Do you want to go for a walk? You want to go for a walk? Walk the dog? You look so sad. Come on, let's go for a walk. Yeah, let's go. You cold? Yeah? You enjoy this? Hello friends, happy Friday. Welcome to the start of yet another reading vlog and the start of yet another weekend for me. I, as you saw, just got back from a walk with my dog and it is so cold out. Bella, I had to carry her 3 times. We only went down our street, up and around, up another street, come back, and it's very fast. Usually we can do it in like 10 minutes in the summer. But like, it was really friggin' cold. I had to carry her home. Now I'm really tired, but I have to shower now. Because today is book club with my friends, so I gotta get ready for that. But yeah, I thought I'd start the vlog, and I will catch up with you later. Hello everyone, happy Saturday. Good morning. I am here with my slightly odd hair, but that's fine. And I am doing something a little different this morning. I am starting to bullet journal. I am so excited about it. I picked up this bullet journal the other day from Chapters, Indigo Chapters. It's just indigo, but it's Chapters Indigo otherwise. And it is a beautiful green. It is of this brand. I don't really want to try pronounce that. But it was one of the ones there. I was going to get a, whatever those other ones are. Let's start with an M. Moleskin one, but they were just a little bit more expensive than this. And this was already like $24. So I didn't want to go any really higher than that. But I treated myself to this because I want to start tracking my reading and the like thoughts for books, because by the time I get to my wrap-ups, I have a hard time sometimes remembering books that I've read and like details and stuff like that. So I figured that this would be a good way to do it. I'm also going to be tracking a few other things, I think. I'm going to eventually turn this into like my like planner as well. Not for work, because my work planner, I keep my hours in. This will be mostly for writing and YouTube, and I'll be able to remove that from my other planner because it just kind of takes up space. But I'm really excited about it. I don't know if I'll ever do any videos about bullet journaling because that's not really my style, but I'm excited to start. I don't have any fancy pens. I don't have anything really interesting. I am just gonna go over it with a pencil for now. I have some colored pencils and I have like some markers that I could use, but they're not like any fancy ones. I bought them at Walmart like 4 years ago. So that's fine. Right now I'm just looking at a bunch of people's old bullet journal videos and trying to get ideas for spreads that I want to do. And then I'm gonna go on to Pinterest and see if I can find pictures of spreads that I like to do in here for all that. I know for sure that there's going to be a spread that covers the 180 plus TBR books, physical TBR books. I think I'm going to be doing like a double page bookshelf drawing where I just slowly draw it, like color in the books as I go, as I start to decrease the physical TBR, which is an interesting idea. And I also want to leave space in here for like my thoughts as I write, as I go through books like that. So I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't know if I'm going to do a page for every book or if I'm just going to do like a half page for every book that I read, which is difficult to judge because some months I read 4 books. Some months I read 15, like I did in December. So, and this month I've already read 4, and it's like what, January 10th today. So we're gonna have to figure out a system for that. But that's also why mainly why I wanted to start this, because I was gonna do just a reading journal type thing where I just like took down all the information of books that I did read. Kind of like a Goodreads style, but just personally with like my actual thoughts about the book, even as I'm reading, maybe thoughts about it, I don't know. But yeah, just thought I'd update you on that. I am reading many things this weekend. I have, I'll go get the books. That's gonna be easier. So this past week at work, I have been really getting into Libby and their audiobooks. If you didn't know, Libby is a audiobook service, or not an audiobook service. It's like an ebook and audiobook service that runs through your libraries. So I have my library hooked up to it, even though I don't actually have a library myself. Because I live out of the city, I don't have any libraries out here. So I'm just mooching off one of my friend's cards for this, because it's all, yeah, it's fine. But I ended up reading or listening to 2 audiobooks this past week. I ended up listening to The Queen of the Tearling and Light Between Worlds, which Queen of the Tearling was okay, but Light Between Worlds is not one of my all-time favorite books, and I'm so glad I picked that one up. It was just so gorgeous. But then, I mainly was on Libby because Scribd currently is, I have like on lockdown or whatever. I've listened to too many audiobooks, so it's like limited my library of audiobooks, which is fine. That opens back up on the 14th, so I have a few days, which is nice because I have a few books that I would like to read. But so instead of that, I ended up re-picking back up an audiobook for Lethal White by Robert Galbraith. And I am currently like 80% of the way through it now. I had originally picked up the audiobook and got maybe that far in, back in like November maybe, but then I just put it down, I returned it, and I decided, well, I might as well finish this because then it's another book off my physical TBR that I've read, and I really love this Cormoran Strike series, like a lot. This one, I will say, is not as good as the previous one because the third one, Career of Evil, is my favorite one so far, but this is still really good. So I'm intrigued as to how it's gonna end, but I'm currently listening to that, and I will be done very soon. And then I have, of course, We Hunt the Flame still physically. I haven't really read that much more than last time I saw you. I'm still on page 143, so hopefully I can get to physically reading this weekend. And then yesterday I got home and my Libby app said that my hold for Mistborn came in, so I have the audiobook for this now, and I am so excited about that. So this, I think, is going to be the next audiobook I do once I'm done Lethal White. Hold on. I don't remember where I stopped, but so I am very excited about this to get to, because it is my goal, besides, you know, to shrink my actual physical TBR, it is my goal. You are currently on my giraffe stuffed animal because I don't want to hold you. That's why the weird angle, but it's my goal to read more Brandon Sanderson, and I've heard only good things about Mistborn. Literally only good things, and I really know I'm going to love it, so I want to get to it, and I think the audiobook is going to be the ticket for me to get into this series. Yeah, I also have on hold The Way of Kings, but that, it says like 17 weeks or something, so we'll find out. Partway through the year, I'll do that as well. But besides those 3, I have a few books on my TBR still that I have to get to for January that I've picked, but this one I think is the most intriguing to me currently, The Bear and the Nightingale. It's tiny, and I've only heard good things about it again, but I also haven't heard many people talk about it again. So I'm intrigued, to say the least, and it's just over 300 pages. Wow, really? Just over 300 pages? And it's this tiny? Wow. All right, well, pages must be thin. But yeah, I am excited about this. And the other 3 or 4 that I have on my physical TBR that I picked are Get a Life, Chloe Brown, The 10,000 Doors of January, and The Starless Sea, and Persuasion by Jane Austen. So I should probably get started on Persuasion too, because I know with classics it sometimes takes me a little bit longer, but I'm currently in a fantasy mood, so we're just going to continue reading all the fantasies, as is evidenced by these books I talked about. But yeah, I'm going to go back upstairs and continue bullet journaling for a bit, and then I might read, but I will catch up with you guys in a bit. Happy Sunday, and welcome to the end of another vlog. It is later than I wanted it to be, but I'm just about to go to bed, so I decided, why not close up my vlog properly right now while I'm still marginally awake. Yeah, today was a good day. I ended up reading more of Mistborn. I am now on page 394, so that's fun. I'm over the halfway mark, and it's good. I am enjoying it. I also finished up my monthly spread for January in my bullet journal. I will show you in a second. I'm unreasonably proud of this, and I now want to go buy all of the craft supplies so I can make this beautiful and artistic, because that's just how my brain is, and I want to do all the things. But yeah, what else can I update you on? I don't know if I said, but yesterday I ended up finishing Lethal White. It was good. And I decided I'm going to start a vlogging style video. I don't know when it's gonna go up because I have to read books for it, but I decided I'm gonna start that tomorrow, so that's very exciting. Because I already have one of the books in on Libby. Actually, I have like 3 books on Libby that I haven't started yet, but they all came in within like 2 days. And besides Mistborn, I have my next book club read, which it's fine if I don't get to it because I can also access it on Scribd. And then I have Foundry Side by Robert Jackson Bennett, which is part of that video that I'm going to do. And then I have The Natural History of Dragons. That was just a book that's a book on my shelves that I figured I should try get the audiobook for, and I did, and it came in early. So this week is going to be full of good reads. I can just feel it. But yeah, let me show you my bullet journal. So let's undo this first. Alright, so first and foremost, I have my lovely first page here. It says Hello 2020. Pretty proud of it. It is wrinkled, which I tried to stop because I ended up gluing this on. This is going to be a scrapbooking page, so I'm not quite done. I don't have any stickers or anything yet, so I have to find that. But when I glued down this top page, it wrinkled this page, and I was very sad about it because I thought I could stop that. But anyways, I have my bullet journal because I was originally I started doing this, and then I realized that I wasn't going to start my monthly spread until further in. So I was like, oh no, I have to make it something else. But I actually quite like this. But anyways, and then I have my reading my physical TBR in 2020. So if you guys have seen my December wrap up and my January my 2020 TBR video, I counted all the unread books on my shelves. I had 183, I do believe, and then I realized I had 2 books upstairs, and then I had another one come in the mail, so I had like 186 or something. So I did this entire bookshelf with all the books on it, and I'm pretty sure there's upwards of 186 on this. I did the math at some point, and I believe I counted them manually, and there was enough. So this I'm going to fill in every time I finish a book that is a physical book from my TBR. So far I have 2, Lethal Light and The Queen of the Tierling, so that's exciting. And Mistborn will end up going up there, and We Hunt the Flame, and everything else that I read that isn't just an audiobook off of Libby that I don't have. Then I have a blank page if I care to make that something fun one day. And then I have a year in genres. So I've decided to do a little stats thing where I have all different genres on the bottom here, and then I'm going to fill them in as I read them, and then see how many I get by the end of the year. I don't know if 30 is going to be enough. I'm hoping it will be, because I feel like the 2 biggest genres for sure are going to be YA fantasy and fantasy. So I'm hoping that because I've split them apart, it won't be bad. I guess like max I can have 60 in each category, which is on its own 120, and I don't think I'm gonna read 120 books this year, so that should be okay. It should be fine, but excited about that. On this page I did a year in star reviews, so I'm gonna fill out this whenever I've star reviewed something. I've also done half reviews because I do, or half stars, not half reviews, because I do tend to like to give things half stars. I have a feeling that there's going to be no 1 star or 1.5 star books on here, because I hardly ever give books that low of a rating. If I do, should have DNF'd it, to be honest with you. So there, hopefully my reads are going to stick upwards of the 3 this year, besides that one too, but that's fine. And then I did a little reading goals thing up here. I have Goodreads, I'm reading my physical TBR, as you can see, and I've also said to read 1 classic a month and DNF books that don't intrigue me. Those are my little reading goals for this year. And then again, I'm going to keep track, hopefully, of how many books I read each month. So January, I've already read 5. I haven't quite filled this out properly yet. Oh no, I have. That's right. This is a weird graph that I don't quite like, because I know I'm going to read more than just 40 of physical or audiobook probably, and I don't like the way it is because I'm gonna have to do like half squares for every book, but whatever, we'll have to figure that one out eventually. And then I did a few pages of just books I read in 2020, so I'm gonna write them down in a giant list as I go. I don't really know what kind of theme I went for with my yearly spread. I kind of kept like the silver dots and the purple through most of it, at least, and then I added yellow in for fun. And then I have a sticker that I just put here because why not. I already have a favorite book of 2020 down, so like Between Worlds, very very in love with that book, but that's what this page is going to be for. And then I have books hauled, and then my like piano wages, which is I guess not really important. It is to me, but not to you guys. But this I wrote in, and I'm going to keep track of all the books I'm going to haul this year. Hopefully it's not going to be many. This one I did buy in December, but I put it on here because I received it in early January. So, Queen of Sorrow. It's 1 book I've hauled so far this year. But yeah, I don't know what those 2 boxes underneath are going to be for. We'll have to find out. And then here's my January TBR. I ended up adding 2 more books than I talked about before, but that's okay. We have the January TBR and the one I've so far finished off of my TBR that I've chosen, and hopefully Mistborn will be checked off soon. And I'm currently reading We Hunt the Flame. I actually haven't read that one in a little while. I need to read that, but the other ones I should be able to get to. And now we have come to our January, which is lovely. I've kept a just a minimalistic stars theme with yellow as the color. As you can see here, I added red simply because the numbers in yellow were too light, and then YouTube's subscriber count is going to be red. But this is just kind of a monthly spread. not really in love with this. It's a little bit too tiny, but whatever, I'll get better at it. Here's video ideas and that kind of stuff. And then here comes just the weekly spreads. I ended up finding a really minimalistic one on Pinterest that I followed, sort of, for the weekly type stuff. And then I just did my own little doodles here. And then I added a to-do list and a currently reading bar. And then this here, actually, is a tracker. So I'm going to just check off the days that I write, that I meditate, that I'm in bed before 11 p.m. or lights out before 11 p.m. and then if I read during that day. Just because why not? As I get used to this more and as I get into 2020, I feel like I will have more things that I can change and get more comfortable with. But I really like this simplistic spread. But yeah. And then I have here the books I read in January. So again, keeping with the spread, so far I have 5. And then I have room already laid out for 3 more. And then I'm leaving this page blank. And I'm probably going to fill in this page too because January seems to be an audiobook month. So I will be able to read many of those. As you can tell, I've already read with 3. And this one is currently an audiobook as well. And Boundary Side is as well. So there's going to be a lot. But yes, that's all I have so far, but I like it a lot. Anyways, now that I've done rambling, I'm gonna go to bed, but I will catch you guys in another video soon. Stay kind and keep on reading. Good night.